Hello everyone, good morning. So now we will going to start with the second lecture of EVS and we will continue with the segments of environment as we have discussed in previous lecture. There are four segments of the environment. First lithosphere, then hydrosphere, then atmosphere and biosphere. So today we will going to learn in detail these segments. So first one is lithosphere. So the lithosphere consists of the upper mantle and the crust. The crust is the earth outer skin that is accessible to humans. The crust consists of rocks and soil, of which the latter is an important part of lithosphere. Soil plays an important role as it provides food for man and animal. So as you can see in this figure, this describes the structure of lithosphere. So this is innermost core, then outer core, lower mantle and the upper mantle and the outer crust. Muddy bottoms of ponds, ravines or glacier deposit porous rock surface, bottoms of lakes, pit, etc. all are the soil. So typical productive soil contains approximately 95% inorganic matter and 5% organic matter. Organic matter in the soil provides food for microorganisms. This matter includes amino sugars, organic sulfur, and organic phosphate. Soil contains silicate minerals, which includes nearly 74% silicon and oxygen. Common elements in the soil are 46.4% oxygen, silicon 27.7%, aluminium 8.1%, iron 5.6%, calcium 3.6%, sodium 2.8%, potassium 2.6%, magnesium 2.1%. The next is the hydrosphere. So as we have seen already in the previous lecture, hydrosphere is nothing but the water layer. So this includes all the surface and groundwater resources such as oceans, seas, rivers, streams, lakes, reservoirs, glaciers, polar ice caps, groundwater, and water locked in rock and minerals laying deep below the earth crust. So as we have seen already in previous lecture also that 97% of the total earth surface, sorry, 97% of the water is in the ocean, 2% is in polar ice cap, 1% is fresh water. Next, thermal power plants. Next, then these out of this 1% thermal power plants contains 50%, then 30% is used for irrigation, 13% for industrial water uses and 7% for domestic uses. Earth is called as a blue planet because 80% of its surface is covered by water, that is 97% of the earth water sources locked up in the oceans and seas. 2.4% is trapped as giant glaciers and polar ice cap. Only 1% of the total water supply is available as fresh water in the form of rivers, lakes, streams, and groundwater for human consumption and other uses. Water is known as a universal solvent. Water is also the main medium by which the chemical constituents are transported from one part of the ecosystem to the others. The next segment is the atmosphere, that is air. The gaseous envelope surrounding the earth is composed of an entire mass of air containing N2, O2, H2O, CO2 and inert gases is known as the atmosphere. It absorbs the most of the harmful radiations. So the atmosphere contains these gases as nitrogen 78.09%, oxygen 20.95%, argon 0.93%, carbon dioxide 0.039%, and the remaining other gases. The pressure exerted by the weight of air at a given point is known as atmospheric pressure, or also known as the barometric pressure. Different cycles, those are present in the atmosphere, like water cycle, carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, oxygen cycle. These are related to the movement of matter in an organism and its environment. Atmosphere can be divided into several layers on the basis of temperature variations. So as we have seen in previous lectures also, the atmosphere layers, the layers which forms the atmosphere. So the troposphere ranges from 0 to 12 kilometer. From the Earth's surface, 0 to 12 kilometer is known as the troposphere. In the stratosphere, 12 to 15 kilometers. Stratosphere, 12 to 50 kilometers. Then mesosphere ranges from 50 to 80 kilometers. Then thermosphere, 80 to 700 kilometers. And the last one, exosphere, is ranges from 700 kilometer to 10,000 kilometer. So the troposphere is where the weather occurs. Stratosphere contains the ozone layer. Mesosphere protects Earth's surface from being hit by most meteoroids. Exosphere and thermosphere is the outermost layer. The following points highlight the vital role played atmosphere in the survival of life in this planet. So the atmosphere is the protective blanket of gases which is surrounding the earth. It protects the earth from the hostile environment of outer space. It absorbs the infrared radiations emitted by the sun and re-emitted from the earth, and thus controls the temperature of the earth. It controls the transmission of significant amount of radiations only in the regions of 300 to 2500 nanometers and 0.01 to 40 meters, that is radio waves. It filters tissue damaging UV rays below 300 nanometer. It acts as a source for CO2 for plant photosynthesis and O2 for respiration. It acts as a source for nitrogen fixing bacteria and ammonia producing plants. The atmosphere transports water from ocean to land, that is in the form of water cycle. 50% of the atmosphere by mass is below an altitude of 5.6 km. 90% of the atmosphere by mass is below an altitude of 16 km. The common altitude of commercial airline is about 10 km, and the Mount Everest summit is 8,848 meters above the sea level. And the next one is the biosphere, which is a combination of atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. The biosphere refers to the living organism and their interaction with the environment. That is the interaction of all these three spheres: atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. The biosphere is very large and complex and is divided into smaller units called as ecosystem. Plants, animals and microorganisms which live in definite zone along with physical factors such as soil, water and air constitutes an ecosystem. Within each ecosystem, there are dynamic interrelationship between living form and their physical environment. The biosphere is a part of the earth in which the life exists. As you can see in this diagram, atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere. Combination of all three forms the biosphere where the life exists. Okay everyone, so now this is last PPT, and now the all the notes related to this you will get in the form of PDF. Okay, so thank you.